Hey guys, welcome back to Tomboys and Heels, and yes, I am back with another cooking video, and today we are making oxtail pot pie. Yes, you heard me. Who makes an oxtail pot pie? But guess what? I did, and you're gonna learn how to make it too. And I'm gonna tell you, it was bomb. Stay tuned for this video. So what you'll need is some sliced carrots and butter beans, some diced carrots, an egg just to coat the pastry and get it that color, some minced garlic, mushroom soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Haitian seasoning, which is ippies, celery and diced onions, and scallions. And in this bowl right here, I have a couple of seasonings. I'm gonna tell you what I have in the next video. So it's gonna be celery flakes, basil leaves, allspice, and bay leaves. I use about 2 bay leaves, a couple of the celery flakes, then I use probably like 4 to 5 of the allspice. Just blend that up real good. Alright, so time to add everything into your oxtail. So there goes the minced garlic, there goes the ippies. You can't do no oxtail without ippies, baby. You got the cilantro. Then you're gonna add in your celery and your diced onions. I do have the chopped up carrots. I'm gonna keep that for later on. You'll see why. Add in your carrots and your beans. Then what you want to do is marinate everything, and I mean everything. So add in your spices. Then I'm also going to add some additional spices. I use the Creole seasoning. I love that seasoning. I actually use it in everything because it has enough salt, but not too much salt. Then I'm going to add some cayenne for some kick. I want that heat, but not much. I don't want too much heat. Add a little bit of more salt, but not too much salt. Some ketchup. Ketchup is real good. It gives it that. It adds more to the color. And so does paprika. That adds to the color too. So that you can't miss out. It's really the right color. Then I'm also adding the oxtail seasoning because I want it to have a nice meaty taste to it. Then I'm gonna add my Worcestershire and my soy sauce. I love these two sauces because they actually give it color and it actually gives it taste. If that makes any sense. Then I'm adding my kicking and seasoning. I know I love my kicking seasoning. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend everything in, make everybody marry each other, and have a, I don't know, I can't say what I want to say, but anyways, you want to separate your meat and your seasonings just like that because you're going to use them later on. But you use the same bowl that you had the oxtail that you marinated everything in. And what I'm going to do is fill it up with 3 to 4 cups of water. This is how I make my broth. The first time I did it, I used a beef broth and it made it too salty and it cooked too fast. So this time I'm doing a little bit different. I'm also going to use a pressure cooker. So I'm adding a little bit of virgin olive oil. And what I'm going to do is saute my oxtails first before I go ahead and just cook them. So I want them to cook, but not all the way through. I just want a nice texture so it helps the process go a little bit faster. So when they get to this color, you want to go ahead and flip them. That's the color I want. And from all those brownings I put in there, this is the colors you want to achieve. So now it's to my liking. I'm going to go ahead and add my broth. And what I do with the pressure cooker, I cover up all the meat, put your timer to 2 hours, and let it sit. In the meantime, go ahead and work on your pastries. I use the pastry puffs. You could do fresh dough if you want to, but this is YouTube. I ain't got time for that. So if you want the video done and quickly, I'm gonna show you how to do it, okay? So what you need is eggs, butter. Go ahead and butter your pans up. I'm using these little cute little cast irons that I got from the store. Ain't they so cute? So what I'm gonna do is just put them on the pastry and make, see, an imprint. That's gonna help me measure out the top of it and see what I need to do if I need to do more than one. So what you're gonna do now is just cut the shape off. It probably would have been easier if you made flour dough because you could have made it your way. I really didn't care. It tastes good to me and I love the imperfectness of this pastry because it's so flaky and fluffy, but you get my point. So go ahead and turn your fire down on your pressure cooker. Make sure you know how to use a pressure cooker and just don't open it when it's hot because it can get dangerous. So when it looks like that, my water is half gone, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my other ingredients. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and mix that in. And the 10 minutes that was remaining on the clock, I'm gonna go ahead and let that cook down. So I'm gonna stir that up real good and recover it and come back. See, be careful because I think it'll blow up in your face and you just lose your whole life. But see what I mean? Look at that. Now it's nice and thick and it's very tender. The way you check and see if it's tender or not is when you stick your fork in it and it doesn't pick up. It's just, let's go. Look at that. It's nice and tender. Look at that sauce. So I had let it sit for about 3 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take out each oxtail. As you can see, as I'm picking it up, it's actually falling off of the bone. That's what you want to see. So now I'm taking out the sauce and some of the ingredients, I'm separating them. So now it's time to pull off the meat off the oxtail. Look how easy that comes off the pressure cooker. You could use, not to knock anybody, but first time I did it, I used on the stove. You could use a pressure cooker. You could use a crock pot. It's all up to you. Whichever makes the meat come out tender. It's just going to take a little bit longer, but just figure out which one you want to do and just do it, right? So here's all the meat. Now combine everything together. So what I'm going to do now is just put the meat in the pan. I did not coat the pan with the pastry. I'm just going to put the pastry on top of it. So when you get those all covered and filled how you want them, I'm going to go ahead and add the pastries on top of them. And this is what I meant by when I was measuring them. You see how it actually has full coverage on them? And for the bigger bowl, I just used the corners that were left over just to cover those. And it came out like perfect. Then what you're also is cut some lines in each of the tops of the pastry. So you want that to go ahead and vent and cook evenly and fluff up the way you want to. So next you're gonna get your butter. You could either do butter and eggs together. I do them separately. I think it comes out better. It just gives it that nice golden color. So you'll heat your oven for 400 and it will be in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. And when you're ready to pop them in the oven, it will look like this. Boom. See how buttery that looks? And what your end result is this. Look at that. Nice and crispy. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Bye.